the FNAF series has, well, finished a long time ago. I just realized. Let me just say something, okay? I noticed how if you take off all the games after Ultimate Custom Night, it makes sense with the actual nights in the game. Here's the thing, okay? First night of Five Nights at Freddy's is always the one that is like, huh, oh, what is this? Oh, this is new. Oh, well, this is actually good. This is easy, you know? Like the first game, when people played the first game for once. I mean, they were pretty scared because they didn't know what they were getting into, just like the first night of every single Five Nights at Freddy's. You don't know what you're going to get into. No, if you play it again, yes. But I mean, you know, so it's the same thing for the game. You didn't know what you were getting into the first time you played it. Second game is the same, pretty much the same thing, but it's new. Like the second night, I mean. Looks like the second game of FNAF, right? Now the third night is where, like, the second night is chaotic enough, like the second game. The third night is where it just throws everything at you. Everything that they didn't show you to you yet. Like Freddy being in the third night, or like the Withered animatronics being in the third night. Just like FNAF throwing new characters like Springtrap into the mix. And the Phantoms, you know. Fourth night being the one before the last night, we're gonna say, which is maybe the one of the most scariest night or stuff, just like the fourth game being the scariest game. Fifth night being the ending, just like and being like the closure, like you at the end of the fifth night you get a story with, you know, the paycheck and everything, just like in the third game. In the fifth game, I mean. Fifth game, Sister Location still. I did play it though, but I mean I didn't play it. I'll replay it one day. There's a secret night you can access and stuff to in that game and stuff. And then when you beat it, you're like, oh, that was a really cool game. It's like the end, right? No, it's not, because then there's a sixth night that just comes out of nowhere, and that's when my theory makes sense. Just like the sixth game. The sixth game, Scott didn't even really talk about it. He only said that he didn't even say it was a FNAF game. Well, yeah, he said it was like a tycoon game. He didn't even said it was a family friendly game, you know, and that's what he said. And well, people were surprised when the game came out, just like the sixth night. People were surprised that there was a sixth night. Like, wait, what? There was 5. There's 5 in the title. Why is there a sixth night? And this is where my theory is true. All right. And then after the sixth night, what do you have? The seventh night, which is the custom night. What is the seventh game in FNAF, we may be asking? Ultimate Custom Night. Now, I'm pretty sure Scott knew this when he was making these games. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he did. So, yeah, I don't know. But then let's just talk about the games after that. See, I'm pretty sure Ultimate Custom Night could have been the end. Yeah, I was pretty scared of it. And I'm really sad that Security Breach, a game that I haven't played yet, but I've seen people play it, is getting a lot of hate. I mean, actually, Scott retired after Security Breach, right? Or was it right after VR? Yeah. Yeah, because you know something? After Ultimate Custom Night, I think it was AR. I think AR wasn't even made really by Scott. Well, I mean, it wasn't made by Click Team and Scott, you know? It was made with Scott and another company. And then you have Help Wanted, which is also made by another company. Like, if these weren't even... It's like if, when you think about it, these aren't even official games. Except for Security Breach, which is actually an official game in the title. But I mean, like, FNAF VR being, I think... It's an official game, yes, but it's pretty much like a spin-off. You could say that, right? It's a spin-off. Games that are not really real. So I'm pretty sure that the Ultimate Custom Night being the end is true. I mean, Security Breach is not FNAF as far as I know. It's just, it's different. It's really, it's not the same. FNAF, wanna know what FNAF is? It's not 3D, it's not that. No, FNAF is the Click Team game. FNAF is the horror, click, maybe keyboard buttons at the limit game. not a 3D free roam game. It never was. I mean, of course, Sister Location was close to that, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was still a, I'm going to say low budget, but it was not low budget. It was more like a bigger budget, yes, but it's like different, you know? So that's the thing. After Ultimate Custom Night was the last FNAF game that was like a game where you were sitting in a chair and you were stuck, you couldn't move, so you had to press buttons on doors and stuff. I say keyboard at the limit earlier because, you know, Sister Location you can move with the keyboard sometimes, I don't know. And Ultimate Custom Night you use your keyboard for pretty much the whole game. But then after that you have this 2 spin-offs, FNAF VR, and I mean FNAF AR is special delivery. I don't know where I could class that. It's just a mobile game. It is actually. It's FNAF AR is just a mobile game, so it's not really official, right? It can't be because it's just a mobile game using AR. It's kind of a spin-off. It makes sense in the actual game, yes, but it's more of a real life game. It's like a game where it's more based in real life, where you're there in your house and like a special delivery, just like the actual Five Nights at Freddy's Pizza that is, I think, created now. Or it's not. It's like going to be like a digital market. It's a FNAF actual Five Nights at Freddy's Pizza. It really exists. Really going to be a real thing. I don't know if they do it in Canada. I wish they would. I would eat it. It might be horrendous to taste it. It might taste like shit, but I still want to eat it. And like, I mean, we could put FNAF AR out of this, right? And FNAF VR was just FNAF. I mean, apart from the ending where you have like, you have what is his name again? Spring Bonnie, I think. Oh, frick! I forgot his name. Well, you know that mascot dude, the Springtrap kind of suit guy. See, you have that guy, and you have Vanny, which are pretty much 2 new characters. But these characters don't really make sense. They make sense, but they don't really make sense. If you put these guys in the first game, they wouldn't really make sense there. These guys are not even created really by Scott. They are, but I mean, like, they're more created with the other company, you know? Those are canon to the other company. I'm pretty sure, like, FNAF VR and AR and Security Breach. Security Breach is... Okay, yes, it is canon, because it's an official game. But Scott didn't even make it. He retired. And I think that shows, because Security Breach is a horrendous game. Apparently. I didn't play it, but I'm judging off of what everybody has been saying. But, like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I still can't say, like, FNAF Security Breach. Like, yeah, see, you had, like, FNAF Pizzeria Simulator and Sister Location at the limit because they didn't have number. Well, FNAF. It's only FNAF's Sister Location that didn't have a number in the title, because I can remember, yeah, of course, Pizzeria Simulator, the reason why it didn't have a number was because if they had a number, because the whole thing, now it does have a number, it's like FNAF 6 Pizzeria Simulator, I think. But, yeah, the whole reason why I didn't have a number in the title, because this game, Scott wanted to make people believe that it wasn't a FNAF game and it was just a FNAF spin-off. The Tycoon game. So if he added the number 6 in the game, people would know it wasn't. I think he recently did add it, but FNAF Sister Location is the reason why, I'm pretty sure, this is my theory, the reason why there's no number in it is because it's not a pizzeria anymore. It's more of, it's not even Five Nights at Freddy's. Freddy doesn't even have anything to do in that game, pretty much. It's more Five Nights at freaking Sister Location. It's because Freddy doesn't have an impact in that game. It's mostly just the animatronics and stuff. So it's pretty much Five Nights at Afton built, which is an actual game, actually. Five Nights at Afton Animatronics or something like that, you know. So it's a sister location. It's not Freddy Fazbear's, you know. But it is the fifth game though, because it connects with the other games. Unlike another game I'll mention, Security Breach. I mean, sure, it has the classic characters, some of the classic, so not even the classic characters in it. It has the Music Man, and that's pretty much the only thing that connects it with anything else. Music Man is like the only animatronic in that game that connects Security Breach. That and the plushies, yes, and some of the Easter eggs, but it's the only thing that connects Security Breach to the canon FNAF. See, I wouldn't say the same for Five Nights at Candy's, which I am definitely playing the fourth game when it comes out. The fourth game is going to be a free roam game. Now, maybe you're saying, well, why are you talking shit about Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach instead of when the Candy's has the same thing? That's because Candy, I don't think there's a lot of people behind the game. It's mostly just one guy. Yeah, it is only one guy, because he wrote, what he does for this game is that he wakes up, make the game, he falls asleep, wake up, makes the game, fall asleep, continues on making the fourth game. So he's alone, or maybe two people, I don't know. He's mostly just alone making that game. If Scott made Security Breach by himself, and it was still a 3D free roam game, then it would be canon, and I wouldn't be here right. I would actually be here, because this is like a podcast right now. What I meant to do today was just make a 1-minute video talking about how the FNAF games resemble the knights in the game. But nah, it's gone to a whole thing against Security Breach. Like, I have nothing against the people who made that game, but Jesus Christ. Me, a guy that was like, when I saw Ultimate Custom Night, and I was sad because I thought it was the end. Now that it's not the end and it's now something else, I'm kind of mad because now I want it to be the end. I mean, of course, if Scott has retired, so there's no reason to think that there will ever be another game like FNAF again. There will never be another Click Team FNAF game, as far as I know, because Scott has retired, and I'm pretty sure that the new company that owns FNAF right now will never make a Click Team game, and that's what makes it sad. Because the old FNAF I used to know has died. The old FNAF I used to know has ended a long time ago. Back in Ultimate Custom Night. That was the end. There was no game after Ultimate Custom Night. Apart from that other company's one. Doesn't count. Those are pretty much just spin-offs. Even Security Breach, fuck it. It's a spin-off, we're gonna say. No, it's just a cash grab. It is. I don't care if you guys in the comments go after me. It is just a fucking cash grab, and it shows, because they cared more about the money than actually making the goddamn game good. It shows that Scott didn't even make the game too. He helped them, but he's not the creator of that game. It just sucks how much something Scott has built over the years with all of the games just come crashing down with a freaking horrible game. Kind of reminds me of Hello Neighbor, except Hello Neighbor never really was good. But it just shows how it disappoints me to see how like Scott built this world of FNAF, and this world that was so praised, this world that was never hated, just becomes irrelevant and becomes hated just because of a stupid game that he didn't even make. Like, I was, and I still am, and I still will be a fan of FNAF. I'm one of those rare cases. I mean, of course, yeah, actually, I am a kid. You know what? Fuck it. And there was rare cases when it's not a kid that likes FNAF. I am a kid, but I'm grown up enough to know. I've loved FNAF ever since I was young. I've loved FNAF since I was like 8. I've played FNAF back when I was 8. The first FNAF game I've ever played was FNAF 2. Love that game. No, not anymore. I mean, I don't know which FNAF game I love right now. Now I love Five Nights at Candy's. For now, I'm a fan of Five Nights at Candy's. Hold dear heart. Emil something, make the 4th game, but please, don't make it yet. I want you to make the... I really want you to make an actual other game after that. I'm saying that, but maybe there will be 100 just after that. Like, this game has been 4 years in production, just like freaking... No, actually, Geometry Dash has been more in production and is still not out yet, the 2.2. Still want doing the community, though. It's just... When I was younger, I never would have thought that... Like, everybody went crazy, too, when FNAF Security Breach was... Like, I don't think people knew that Scott retired back then. And they thought Scott made the game, and they were like, oh my god, for once, there's actually a FNAF Remome game. Holy shoot, it's actually... I'm one of those people that went crazy because I saw that FNAF was getting the free roam game. Except I wasn't very happy because I couldn't play the game for myself. Because I thought it was only going to be like a freaking console release, and now that it's never really going to be on mobile because of all the like gigabytes and shit, like all the freaking things, and it costs a lot of money. I don't even want to get it. You know what? I'm never playing that game. Never ever ever will play FNAF Security Breach. It's not even a FNAF game as far as I know. Like, if you look around my room, there's a ton of Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Okay, a lot of well, not a lot of Fortnite stuff. There's just a Fortnite calendar with 2 paintings of monkey boys. One my mom made and one I made. And there's a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas crap. Like, if you look around my room, there's a Foxy plushie. And there's a poster of FNAF 1. And there's all of the masks of FNAF 1. And I look at these and I'm just like... And there's also a poster of FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. Well, where all of the characters are in there. And that poster. And I look at that and I'm just like... That... Like, people didn't hate the first, second... Okay, they maybe hated the 3rd and 4th a little bit. They disliked it a little bit. The 3rd one was the first one I played on camera. And I love it. I love the 3rd one. I love it. The 4th one I hated. I mean, I like the game. It's just I don't like it because I never really got to play it. 6th one either. I mean, I just saw somebody talk about the 6th one. I love the 6th one. It's just I never got to beat it and I never got to play it because I didn't know how to make it work. I might play the 6th one actually. Replay it on PC. Well, maybe not. But it's crazy. Also, you know how in every night in Five Nights at Freddy's it gets harder? Every game gets it gets harder actually, surprisingly, every game. But it gets even more, like, story-wise, like, it gets even more enveloped. There's more story every game. There's more lore. The lore is, like, the hardness. It's crazy. How these characters that I used to love... I mean, I don't hate FNAF. No, I love it. I still do love it. And I don't think I ever will hate it. It's just how they won't stop... Like, if Scott makes another Click Team game, everything I say here, I'll be kind of mad because for now I was like, oh well, the 7th game, which is custom night, just like the 7th night, which is custom night in every game. If he makes another game after that, I'm just gonna be pissed because my theory won't even make sense anymore. I mean, it still will be canon, but I don't know. But hey, that shit's just a theory. A game theory. Suck it up, Buttercup.